Hello and welcome to another update video about Link. Link continues to be in this sideways range, but also saw quite a strong sell-off yesterday together with some other altcoins. So we're still in the sideways range between our main support region, which is defined between $6.90 and $12.76. And the upside breakout point at around $14.85. Quick reminder, I don't assume that the price will necessarily test $6.89. There is no need for the price to test really the lowest boundary line of our support zone. However, it's very realistic that the price could test sort of the area around the $10 mark. Why? Because this is the 100% extension of the initial wave W to the downside. So W, X, Y, okay? And in the Y wave, we have this A, B, C structure. And the main question at the moment is how this B wave specifically unfolds. There are many ways how this could happen. Please be aware that B waves are always changing, always morphing. That's just the nature of a B wave. And if we're dealing with a B wave, we know that. And it's doing that. It's just moving up, down, up, down, up, down without any clear direction because the market hasn't made up its mind yet. Okay, so the idea is still, this is an overall bullish perspective. We have a wave 1 to the upside. We have a wave 2 to the downside. However, the idea is that the wave 2 is not yet complete. I mean, it could be, but then the price action from this 13th of April low hasn't really been convincing, hasn't really been directly bullish. So the idea is the wave 2 is still unfolding. And it's likely unfolding, as I said, as a WXY structure. And as I mentioned, the main question arises the main question that arises is, okay, how does this Y wave specifically unfold? I'm tracking here an A, B, C structure in the yellow count or an A, B, C structure in the white count. The question is, okay, how do they differ? Well, the white count suggests that the B wave stays below the upside breakout point, and in the yellow count, we could go a little higher. Why is that? Because in the white scenario, I could count or I can interpret the B wave as an Elliott wave triangle. So an Elliott wave triangle is a 5-wave move, and B waves tend to be, well, I shouldn't say they tend to be triangles, but they can be triangles. And another lower high is missing to complete this. So we have an A wave already, a B wave. By the way, that overshooting B wave to the downside potentially indicates bearishness. Then we have a C wave, a D wave, and the lower high in an E wave could complete this entire structure. Bear in mind, an E wave could just be a very short corrective rally or something, right? Just a bounce. We don't even need a large E wave. So there's no minimum target for an E wave. I mean, if it breaks to the downside, then it's likely here a B wave as a triangle, okay? If the B wave breaks above 1480 and there's a very clear level to watch, or let's call it 1485, then we're dealing with a larger ABC flat structure. But Link broke micro support a few days ago. I shared with you, okay, maybe this is like a 1-2 setup in wave C, questionable until we break out, but pay attention to a micro support area, but it broke that. So we are just chopping around typical B wave behavior, and it definitely indicates that it's not really planning to break out to the upside, okay? Or it could have used that micro support area. But either way, in both scenarios, based on what I see now, based on the structure the price forms here, seems very likely that we go down either directly or after a bounce in a larger B wave. But in both scenarios, the correction is not yet assumed to be completed. If anything, more bullish shows, for example, a break above resistance or a 5-wave move to the upside that actually shouldn't be there, then I will of course let you know and we might have to adjust. But until then, I go with what the market tells me now, which is that we should at some point expect a decline into the $10 region before completing this correction. That's my update about Link. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.